Welcome to Knoxville, home of the Tennessee Volunteers, where the hymn of choice is good old Rocky Top, and they hope that by the end of this one, it's good on Rocky Top. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on another team from the SEC, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Offense getting set for first down. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Stopped after making the catch. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start in this football game early.
And the Vols will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Trying to get this defense off to a good start. Trying to get the edge on the toss. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a first down on the ground.
And you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physical running backs. That's what Georgia does.
And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
The coaches told us in pregame that they love this back's mixture of speed and power. Listen, he's not the power back all the time, but he's moving so fast that it's hard to get him to the ground.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs! An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive, so someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards, get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Using the quick game. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab over the middle. And he's going to be just short of the 1st down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. On 4th down, looking to pass. And that pass intercepted. Got room on the return. Running inside the 20. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The back goes in motion. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Dogs! The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Trying to make magic with his feet. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. All wideouts, no backs.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
The Volunteers want to move quickly.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down and distances, third downs. And having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
The Vols are moving quickly down the field.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised. And initially, he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Yeah, and I tell you what, a lot of times you roll your quarterback to the right or to the left, and in this case, the right. And you're trying to get him outside the pocket to buy him a little bit of time, get him off that spot, take some deep shots, and he missed, but it was a nice shot down the field.
They'll go to the ground. Just a 1-yard gain leaves them with 3rd and 9. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
4th down, coming up. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Georgia 14, Tennessee 0.
And the Volunteers send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the returner will be brought down. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, the ground game. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having a... You got to keep defenses off balance.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. Got his man. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Now, that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Now he's going to break the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. Across the 25, he's got room. And the ball's on the ground. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
Well, it looked like he was going to get the first down there. You're the quarterback, you're the coach, you're thinking, all right, fresh set of downs. Offensive coordinator's already looking at his play sheet, getting ready to dial up the next play, but not so fast, David. Defense comes away with a massive takeaway.
Huge takeaway, and think about it. You're trying as hard as you can to get him down, stop him on this fourth down, get the ball back. He gets the first down. It's a little bit demoralizing, but because you're running to the football, you get a hand on it, you get the football out. Now you get, it's like stopping him on fourth down anyways, because you got the ball and you're getting it back to your offense.
They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
Well, that didn't bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Here they come, trying to convert a third and short from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little time. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
And the Vols will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play.
You know, punt cover teams have a tough job because oftentimes they've got to tackle a guy out in the open field and a really good one at that. But how about their ability to get to the returner and not just get the tackle, but create the takeaway? That is a massive play on special teams.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse, but move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Sanders. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Georgia comes quickly to the line. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Steps away. He's going to run it. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
QB's got to be able to play on so many different levels. They got to read coverages, know the snap count, know what everybody's doing, and then does a great job at the end making something out of nothing, making a positive play, picking up a new set of downs, a new set of problems for this defense.
These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Leaves it with the back. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line. Guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they've put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They move the tight end all over. Running back searching for a hole. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 15. Touchdown, Georgia! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And listen, find your matchups you like, and you can see you got your speedster out wide. You like the matchup. He sees it, puts some air underneath that thing, and he outruns the DB. He's got no shot. Runs underneath it, and then walks his way into the end zone for 6.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. And the returner is stopped. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time and took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. He's gonna pass. Pocket starts to collapse. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Number 8, Halsey in the end zone.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays.
That makes the score
And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out.
0.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? Wants to throw on first down. Unloads it left. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll throw it on first down. Finds the tight end. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. He will need some oomph in this one, a 51-yard attempt, and from the right side. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Volunteers will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
Georgia offense will take over first and 10.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been... And the ball slipped out. Oh, the offense averts absolute disaster by falling on that fumble. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Ball's on the 16, and they need 6 on second down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line, pick up a 4.
I think they called that knowing they were going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on third and short from the 21. Trying to pick it up on the ground. The Dogs have enough for the first down.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together, get one of those long drives going.
Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run, and then the offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. You used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. He's off to the races. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Dogs! And the beatdown has ensued. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Michigan came through with a lunch pail, hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won. And the fact this wasn't ever really in question. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Feeling some heat. He'll try to do it himself.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Got the quick pass. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. They're bringing heat. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future. And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Great job rallying to the football by this defense. 3rd down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up 4th.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. Here we go. The completion well past the sticks. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
The Vols come to the line in the hurry-up. Quick pass on the jet motion. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Got it past the marker. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Pulled down after a pickup of 3, balls at the 13.
2nd down.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Forced out of the pocket. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Ready, Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Going for 6. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
42 Spider. 4 Arrow.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
And that really is a great play by the wide receiver for 3 reasons. 1, he knows where the 1st down marker is, so he gets his steps. 2, he's able to stay in bounds before securing the catch. And 3, makes the grab. Just an awesome job.
Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Working that left side now. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Georgia 35, Tennessee 3.
First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to move it through the air. He lets it fly. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Georgia! And the punishment has been extended. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Oh, and the extra point is blocked. He's at the 50. Past the 30. Past the 10. He takes it all the way back for the defensive 2-point conversion. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it in style with a 57-yard toss for 6. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Lofts one high and deep. And that pass is intercepted. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back, you better block the defensive end. That's priority number one. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive game in the toss play.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. It's complete to the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
The outstanding game has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
A strike downfield. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Time to take a shot. Snags it. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the stomping has commenced. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry, get some emotion, get some momentum on your side.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Coming after it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Underneath toast of coverage, got it deep downfield. Touchdown ball! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Yeah, Good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
How about the play by the speed back? You think about speed, you think about breaking ankles. He broke the tackle because he's so fast, moving so fast, hard to get the guy on the ground.
They give it to him again. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Fast motion from the offense. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. A shot toward the end zone. And the throw and catch was good, but you got to do it in the field of play, and he couldn't quite keep that foot in bounds.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the fourth quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
And he'll just get rid of that one.
It's got to be frustrating to be this quarterback in this game, too. He just has never had confidence being able to step up in the pocket and deliver throws. When he gets flushed, they're still taking away all the throws down the field. It's just been one of those days.
Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. And the Volunteers are in the hurry-up.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is, with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
42 Spider.
They'll leave it with him. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's got it. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
And the Vols getting set on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Volunteers have taken it inside the 20. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Going for it all. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Third down play from the gun. They're trying to get to it. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Second and goal for this offense. Off play action. This time it's complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Third and goal coming up here. He's looking downfield to throw. He caught it! And they swarm him under. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Tennessee.
After this, it'll be a wrap.
Get set, get set. Over. Ready.
This is a designed run. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
And he made the extra point without problem. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, and you're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.